So I got my new baby Cichlids today, who are currently in quarantine. My favorite is that albino one back there. Beautiful, pure white and red eyes. I got a pair of red zebras as well, and 3 blue zebras, and I think that's a bumblebee. I'm not sure. Not that you can see them very well. The tank is a little bit murky because when all these were in here before and I cleaned it and I took the plants out and I added in some of the crushed coral so the water would be harder. Then I cleaned it again today. Anyways, they're a little bit... I did just get them. I just finished acclimating them and put them in here and they're bouncing around kicking up dirt I thought I cleaned all out. Oops. It wasn't too dirty to begin with. It's just when you pull the plants out. Yeah. Anyways. Fortunately, my camera does not do them justice. They are very, very brightly colored. Except that large, long one that's sort of blue up top. Now down bottom. She's lighter. She does have some stripes, but the other ones are much brighter. I love that albino. I hope he comes over and says hello. Over here. Yeah, right. There's a couple more over here. I think I got 7. So there will be 8 when these guys are big enough to go with the adult one that I have. I wanted to get some babies so that the people who provide them or the pet shops themselves can't destroy them. I meant to get another of the black and gold ones there, but I guess we missed. I think I got 3 orange zebras actually. I don't know. I just thought I got 7, and I meant to get 5. But about half an hour ago I put them in here, and you know, I'm used to my mollies doing that up and down swimming thing when they're trying to give birth. So well, I just assume that these guys are stressed out since they're new, but I missed a couple of the crayfish. Hey there, pretty. I'm not gonna hold still. I hate this camera. It makes everything dull colored. Or at least it looks like it does on the screen. And it usually does when I upload it. But yeah, I meant to move all those guys out. Looks like I missed one. There's probably 2 or 3 still in there. I've seen a couple smaller than that one, but I'll move them out when they're a little bigger if the Cichlids don't eat them. But yeah, what are you guys zipping around over there for? I am still new to Cichlids. I have 1 female red zebra. I had 2 and a pair of peacocks, but she killed the male and the peacocks died, and I don't know if she had anything to do with it or not. But it looks like I have 2 males in the bunch, maybe 3. One of the orange zebras is. They're really small, so it's hard to tell, but they've got that different shape than the longer bodied, fatter females. I could be wrong. They look like they're both might be female. One's just bigger. Who knows? But I'm gonna turn out the lights and let them relax. I would add some plants, or I would have left the plants in there, but for one, I want this to be proper quarantine. Normally, I'll use the quarantine tank and forget to remove the plants, or I just have planted tanks everywhere. I love plants in my tanks, so. But it's better to quarantine them without plants in there, and they just shred them anyways. And eventually, I'm going to change this over to a sand tank instead of gravel. I have 3 sand tanks and 2 gravel ones, and a 73-gallon kiddie pool that I converted into a tank last year. Nice and wide, perfect for raising fish and crayfish. Sorry, sniffles. I've got some allergies going on, but I missed another one. Piffle. How did I do that? I took the caves and stuff out and didn't see them. But yeah, the kiddie pool I turned into a tank last year, filtered it and all that, and put sand in there. So I guess I've got 4 sand tanks and 2 gravel ones. That's another gravel tank. My little cuties. I love that white one. He was the only one, and I haven't seen him quite as brilliant as him before. Normally the albinos are just ugly, pink, and well, most of the fish there typically look half dead because they're always usually adults and they've been destroyed. So when they're babies, I can't fix their breeding, obviously, but their genes, I mean, but I can take really good care of them. This is a temporary tank, by the way. They will be going in the 73 gallon. This is a 20 gallon. And all these guys are an inch long or less. And I am going to shut out the lights because I'm assuming that's a stress thing, that zipping around. Maybe they're hungry. Normally I don't feed them when I just get them because they don't always eat and then it just rots in there. And got to go hunting it and suck it all out. Little whitey. My grandma keeps asking me, why do I get the white ones? Why do you get those drab little white things? I said, they are not drab and they're not ugly. I think they're pretty when they have that brilliant white color. This is probably about as close to a full saltwater tank I'll ever get. As I'll ever get. I am so tired. I'm gonna go to bed now. Put these guys to bed too. It's probably about 9 o'clock. But I don't know. If someone could tell me if that's normal or not, that would be great. I have not read anything about them doing that. I did my research, but I didn't, you know, there's some things that only people who have experience owning them will actually know. I haven't heard anything about them swimming up and down. Could be different pH. I did acclimate them, and I dripped it in for probably 2 hours, because way different water than the pet shop has, probably. This is nice, harder water. pH is about 7.8, maybe 7.9. I checked it, but that was about a few days after I put the coral sand, or crushed coral in there, and that upped it, upped the hardness a little bit. So the pH actually might have gone up a little bit. And all the other tanks where I keep coral sand, it stays typically between 7.8 and 7.9, so the pet shop water is not that high. 7.2, I think. Yes, I tested their water. It was full of ammonia and nitrites, and it was gross. Anyways. Alright, kitties, bedtime. I love these guys. They're so pretty. Once they settle down, I'm hoping the water will settle down, and then I'm going to do another clean tomorrow. Because, yeah. I mean, it doesn't really look bad, but you can tell there's like little bits of, it looks like pieces of root, so it's probably not dirt. It just looks like pieces of root from my plants, and that's probably what it is. Oops.